Yeah, hello, this is Ashmita from Sources Classes, and in today's class, let's discuss about the subject-verb agreement. We are going to talk about the different types, the different rules regarding the subject-verb agreement, the exceptional cases, where you put the singular verb forms and where you put the plural verb forms, about the verb endings as you can see on the screen. So let's get started. Starting with the subject verb agreement over here, you know what's subject, like the part of the sentence which contains the main object of the sentence, that's the subject, all right? And the verb is, of course, the heart of the sentence. So, subject verb agreement basically involves using the right verb form for the noun. So subject is our noun, we can say. All right, not always, but here we are considering it the noun that holds the subject position in your sentence. Okay, most of the time it includes the noun only. So if the grammatical subject of your sentence is singular, you use a singular verb form like Ram is. So the verb would be singular only when the noun is singular. So very basic thing. Um, if it is plural, you use the plural verb form. So if it is plural, like the children are, so I'm writing children, which is a plural noun, and it would be are. That is, the verb would be plural. With plural noun, there is plural verb. All right. Subjects and verbs are said to disagree when verb endings do not correspond to the subject. So there are exceptional cases also. All right? Exceptional cases. Okay. Personal endings for regular English verbs. So first of all is saying I walk, you walk. With I walk goes, you walk. Okay. She, he or it walks. So you see S is being added. We walk, no S. You walk, no S. They walk, no S. Let's go through some common errors in subject-verb agreement. Now, errors in subject-verb agreement occur much more frequently when sentences become more complicated. Be careful of the following tricky situations. Let's get to see what following tricky situations are there. When there are several words between the subject and the verb. So when there are many verbs, when there are many words, it would be many words between the subject and the verb. The tendency is to make the verb agree with the closest noun, which is not correct. Okay, let's get to see the example, then only we can understand it very, very carefully. Let's check the incorrect sentence, like for example, the reliability of many standard tests, of many standard intelligent tests have been challenged in the recent years. The subject of the sentence is reliability, so the verb should be has been challenged. So instead of have, you have to use has been challenged. Only then it would be correct. Let's move over to the next slide. Now this says that when the subjects are compound, that is when two singular subjects are joined by and, that is A and B. Suppose A is one singular subject and B is one singular subject to form a plural subject. Okay, let's see the incorrect one first. Example, the high cost and the extreme difficulty of implementing the project was cited in the explanation of its cancellation. So this was is wrong. Okay, let's see the correct one. The subject here is high cost and difficulty. So both are plural because we have and in between. So two things are there. So two things means it's plural. Very common thing. Two things means plural. So the verb should be were cited. Okay. When the subjects are who, which or that, the first words are in adjective clauses. Okay, so this is another rule, that is when the subject are who, which or that, then the first words are in adjective clauses. Let's get to see the incorrect one. For example, Elena is one of the many students who has benefited from the services of the writing center. Let's get to see what is to be changed over here. In this sentence, the word who, uh, yes, this word who is a pronoun that refers to plural students. Okay, so this is basically a pronoun. So this is basically a pronoun. Who is a pronoun over here that refers to plural students. Okay, plural students. So the verb should be have benefited and not has benefited. So you are going to change this has into have. So one of the many students over here is actually plural and not singular. One of the many students. Okay. Next rule says when the subject comes after the verb as in inverted sentences. Like, for example, under the table was several empty beer bottles and various dirty socks. So they are talking about under the table was. There are two things you see. First of all, there are empty beer bottles and there are various dirty socks. So it's coming to plural and it is not singular. So why we are using was? This is wrong. In this sentence, although subject empty beer bottles and various dirty socks comes after the comes after the verb was, it is still plural. So the verb should be were. Okay, so this is were. When the subject, this is another rule, when the subject is a collective noun like team, like audience, like class, like family, so it's a group, collective noun. Collective nouns are especially tricky because they can be singular also, they can be plural also. Now, depending on their context. So you have to read the sentence very carefully before identifying whether that collective noun is singular or plural. So collective nouns are followed by singular verbs when the members of the group are functioning as a single entity. So whenever you see a collective noun, you are going to put a singular verb after it. And by plural verbs when they are functioning as individuals in a group. So if you think that the sentence is talking about individuals within a group, then you're going to put a plural verb. And if you think the entire collective noun or the group is functioning as a single entity, then you're going to put a single verb, a singular verb after it. Like for example, the class is writing. So this class is a single identity of many people. So this is singular. All right. It's a singular group. That's why. Next, in this case, the class is functioning as a single unity. Okay, single unit. So the verb is singular. For example, after the exam, the class go their separate ways. In this case, the individuals in the class are doing different things, so the verb is plural. Okay, so this is plural. If we could have put goes, then it could have been singular, but we have to put uh, like uh, this verb because class is a singular thing. So with a singular noun, we have to continue with a plural verb. Singular noun and plural verb. This is another case. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Yeah, so that's it for today's class. We are going to continue with this extra portion again in our next classes. So if you have any kind of queries, you can do comment down below in the comment box that's provided to all of you. You can also call us at the number which is provided in the description box below. You can also go over to www.saurabhsclasses.com and you can check all the details regarding our classes. We provide you with live lectures, recorded lectures, portal access that is available to all the enrolled candidates 24/7. We also provide you with mock test facilities, worksheets after every session, and we also provide you with the solutions to the previous year's question papers, unsolved paper solutions, sample paper solution. We will also provide you with solved study materials at your doorstep through the fastest delivery possible. Yeah, so that's it for today's class. If you have any kind of extra queries, do call us at the number which is provided below or at the beginning of the video. That's it for today's class. We're going to meet once again in our next classes.